Well, we begin with the flood emergency underway in northern New South Wales and southeast Queensland. Locals and SES crews at Maclean on the New South Wales mid-north coast are racing to beat the flood peak with fears the town levee could break. While in Queensland, the recovery effort is already getting underway. We have our reporters standing by with the latest from those devastated zones. First to Georgia Simpson, who joins us live now from Terranora, New South Wales. Georgia, what's the latest there?
Well, Andrew, before I explain what is happening in this neck of the woods, some breaking news has just come through. New South Wales Police has confirmed the first fatality in the Lismore floods. A woman in her 80s was found inside her home at about 10:20 this morning. They're unable to identify her yet, or they are yet to identify her yet, and a crime scene has been established there. So we'll have more information on that as it comes through. As for where I am now in Terranora, we were trying to head further north earlier to the smaller communities of Murwillumbah and Tumbulgum. They have been very impacted by flooding. We weren't able to get there. The roads there are completely cut off, and there's also no phone service. Terranora Road it has become a makeshift boat ramp, so there's dozens of people down there with their own boats going to help people who are stranded in these communities, as many people as they can. They're bringing people back as well as pets like dogs, even a cage of budgies I saw brought to safety. So that is still an evolving situation. There's also a lot of cars parked down there that are underwater. Locals have told me that generally when this part of the world prepares for a flooding event, that road is considered high ground. So people will park their cars there to keep them out of harm's way, but that wasn't the case this time round. I spoke to a very important person, Genevieve McKinnon. She is a nurse at the Murwillumbah Hospital. She was on her way into Murwillumbah. She was being boated there, and she told me that she was ready to relieve staff who've been working flat out at the Murwillumbah Hospital for the past few days.
We're getting a lot of evacuation patients, so there's a lot of patients that have chronic illnesses that need to be sorted out. So emergency department is busy, and it's filling up because people obviously need medical attention, and the community does. So we're just supporting that community in that way as well.
Now, the Tweed River peaked late last night at Tumbulgum and Murwillumbah. It reached heights of 4.8 metres in Tumbulgum and 6.5 metres in Murwillumbah. So for those communities, this is a 1 in 100 year flooding event. There's been homes that have gone under, businesses, even the local pub in Murwillumbah is underwater. It is good news now that the waters are starting to recede, but of course, other parts of this Northern Rivers region are now starting to go underwater. I'm talking about Kingscliff and Chindera, which are actually just behind me, way out there to sea. That are those areas. So it has stopped raining, but we are told that river heights will remain high for a few days. The floods became deadly in Queensland, and now they're deadly in New South Wales. So the main message that we want to get out to people, that authorities want to get out to people, is just to stay off the roads, trying to keep away from floodwaters, listen to the emergency advice, and to, of course, look out for one another. Andrew.